This is my audience. My name is Ashlyn Roberts, and this is my personal story presentation. We've all had bad jobs or even worked for bad companies, but the following story is unlike any other. It all started in April of 2022. I was in need of a job, and a friend recommended me to work at a local restaurant that was on the lakeside in our town. It seemed like a great opportunity because they were always busy, they were open during the summer, and their menu prices were expensive. So I thought it was a great opportunity. Sent in my application, and I was quickly offered an interview. I was very excited when my manager told me that my application was accepted and I was their newest server. Things were going great until I started noticing some warning signs. One day in particular, I had worked a long shift and things were just really hectic. When it came time to get my money, I didn't pay enough attention. And later on that night, I had realized that I had been severely shorted on my pay. So the next day at work, I brought the situation up to some coworkers, and they said that they too had been shorted on the previous night. So myself and another coworker brought the situation to our manager. They went back and looked through the paperwork and said they had found an error that led to the mistake. And they repaid all of our money, and I thought things would go back to normal. Well, I was wrong. My manager started to treat me very differently. She would make personal attacks towards me, saying things like, "Your messy hair will lead to you getting less tips." But I just tried to ignore her and continue to work throughout the summer. I worked 5 days a week, 10 hours a day in the sweltering heat. Well, we didn't get any hourly wages on our paycheck because they said that it was going towards our taxes. I didn't really think anything of it, and I thought it would be nice to pay less taxes at the end of the year. So I continued work, and the summer came to a close, and it was time for the restaurant to close for the off season. Some months passed, and spring was approaching, so that meant it was time for tax season. I had worked 6 months full-time at the restaurant, meaning that I should paid about $800 towards my taxes. When I opened my W-2, I had only paid $90, which was equivalent to around a week of work. So to my surprise, none of my hourly wages made it to my taxes. I learned a big lesson this day, which is to not stick around in places that don't treat you as you deserve. I should have left when I saw the first warning signs, and at the least when my manager was personally attacking me. So, thank you.